Hello and welcome, viewers. I'm Hiral Dadia. Clearly, we have right now Amit Jaiswal, CFO at Royal Orchid Hotels, joining in. Amit, right now, if you go to see, the situation is really grim across the globe. We've never seen a scenario like this, what's happening with regards to the pandemic as well. What's the sense that you're picking up, firstly, on the impact of COVID-19 as a whole?
See, COVID-19 is, it's such a pandemic has never hit this world in last, at least as far as we can go, is 100 years. So, and it has come to hit globally. Every country today is directly, indirectly affected by it. Okay, the numbers of, casualties are somewhere high, somewhere low, but as far as economy is concerned, everybody is equally hit. And as far as the calculations which till now it has come up that this pandemic is going to hit the global economy not less than at least 3 to 4 trillion US dollars. And it has hit most of the industries. Of course, the travel tourism is hit first and very badly. Now, the airlines and the hotel industries are the two industries which has been hit first, and we are hit very badly. Occupancies are nearly zero somehow, and things doesn't look like improving in real near future. In the future today, the definition of future has changed. Okay, I'm talking of in new few months. Okay, and we feel that this. Even if the lockdowns opens up, lockdown looks like going to the mid of May as we see in India. But even if it opens up, it will take some time for the business to come online. Every company will have suffered, so they all will be getting a cost cutting and all. But let me tell you one thing, that in spite of all these things, we are hopeful. Rather, I would say that things in India, things fall in place very quickly. We have seen that in the past, Mumbai terror attack and other things we have seen, World Trade Center and all. We come back to track very fast. All Indians are used to coming back to track very fast. Because we always live in future. Future should be bright. So we feel as an industry that the moment lockdown is opened up and the air travel starts, within a month, the business will come to track. Of course, the international business, it will take some time because, it depends on Europe and America, and they are quite scared a lot to travel in such situation. But we as a Royal Orchid company as a whole, I feel that we depend more on domestic travels. Most of our hotels are depending on the domestic travels. Our international clientele is quite less in comparison, barring few hotels like Goa and Jaipur. So we feel that we will come in track. At the same time, we are keeping our fingers crossed to see the worst. Okay. And we have planned in such a way, we have reduced our cost, and we find that we should be able to handle it. God forbid it should not go beyond August, September. And we are
Right. But Amit, I've been talking to so many people right now. Especially when I talk to a lot of CFOs as well, I think they are pretty much, it's like a war front for all of the CFOs around. And the biggest problem that's haunting is that the business continuity plan that you need to have, that's being tested. Are you also reworking on that?
See, it is a testing time for all the CFOs, no doubt, because when the inflow of revenue dries up and the outflow remains, they get into stress. Treasury management is a big time question today for all the CFOs. But yeah, let me tell you, as far as the projection of revenues are concerned, there will be an impact. Definitely the scale may not be very good, at least in this financial year, and we need to plan our cost accordingly. Plan the cash flow and the cost accordingly. There will be huge cash discounts. All the companies, all the hotels in our industry will be giving cash discount to get cash immediately than getting cash at a later date. So capex will take a backseat now. Whatever capex planning was there, those all will go in a backseat. So treasury management is definitely a challenge for the CFO, and of course, a realistic forecast has to be done to keep the to keep your ship afloat on the water.
Right. But overall, right now as well, are any hotels operational?
Yes, we some of our hotels are operational. Like in Bangalore, what we have done, we have given three of our hotels to the BBMP, that is Bangalore Bruhat Mahanagar Palike, as a quarantine hotel. Okay,
Okay.
and so we are able to get some revenues. And apart from that, some of our hotels have taken, operating from hotel. Like there were a lot of IT professionals who were working from home, but since they were staying in PG, so they had to vacate because of this lockdown, and
Right.
they have moved into our hotels, and our hotel are able to get that business. Of course, all those are at a discounted rate, not the old rate what we were there. But yeah, we are able to do, like our Whitefield hotel is doing 90% occupancy.
Hmm.
Most of the IT guys, they stay there, so they have occupied the hotel room. Even our flagship is having few rooms,
Hmm.
but these revenues are very meager. Let me tell you, these revenues are very meager. We cannot depend on these revenues to run our company and hotel. They are just a drop in the ocean.
Right. But do you think they will at least help you cover your fixed costs?
Absolutely. What we have done in this period, we have reduced our cost of each of the hotel in a big way. Like, if I'll hypothetical example, I will tell you, this hotel, the flagship hotel where we sit, it had a electricity consumption of 6,500 units per day.
Hmm.
We have been able to reduce that to 2,000 units a day. Similarly, in every front of the operating cost, we have reduced to a big way, so that we are trying to make sure that we have enough cash to manage those. But of course, without revenue, nothing can happen. Revenue has to come ultimately. These all are stopgap arrangements what we have done. It may
Hmm.
not go for a long way, and uh, we are trying to work out somehow to
Right.
manage the
So
situation.
from the total bouquet and the basket of hotels that you have, how many are operational?
See, roughly we find that out of 60 hotels, roughly 10 hotels we are able to get some or the other revenue. 10 to 12 hotels, I believe, getting
Hmm.
some revenue. Other hotels, things are not looking very great.
Right. And how are you managing the situation with the fixed cost at other locations as well? Because again, you can't have a complete lockdown at the hotels as well. You will need your employees to keep the hygiene ongoing, to keep the locations pretty clean and stuff. So how are you managing that bit of it?
Right now, what we have done is that we are sitting on the cash, whatever we had.
Hmm.
Of course, if you see our balance sheet is cash rich. We
Correct.
have good quantum of cash in our balance sheet. So what we have done is we are sitting on the cash and trying to work out this period with that cash.
Hmm.
And hopefully, I think till July we will not face any problem. We need not go to any banks for any borrowing. But if the situation goes beyond July, then things will look a little different.
Okay. And currently as well, no employee layoffs or salary cuts that you're seeing?
No, to be honest, it is not true to say that there will not be any salary cuts, because that will not be a truthful
Hmm.
statement. I don't want to give any untruthful statement. I think most of the companies have gone for salary cuts,
Hmm.
including our company. All our top management, we have taken 50% cut in our salaries just to help the company
Hmm. Hmm.
go through this period. And it is not right to make a statement that no salary cuts and all. But what we have done is the base salary, that is 15,000 and below per month. On those employees, we have not done any salary cuts. We are
Right.
trying to pay them well so that they also need to
Hmm.
survive in this period. But anybody above threshold of salary of 50,000 and above, we are taking a salary cut. Of course, the top management has taken 50% cut, and the lower management little lesser cuts. That's how we have planned our cash.
Right.
And let me tell you,
Hmm.
all the employees are in support of the company at this point. I have not received any kind of feedback from any corner till now.
Right. I think it's more of a give and take kind of a
Yeah,
relationship,
absolutely, absolutely.
that employees and employers also share. But
Yes.
now, if you have to look at, revival from here on, it may be June, July, August. The second we start the revival plan, what are the steps that you as a company are going to take being in the hospitality space? Because number one, you will have to look at social distancing. Number two, in terms of crowd gatherings, that's something that will have to be taken care of as well. So, what is the revival plan that you have in mind?
Yeah, a good question you have asked. The revival plan, as far as the company is concerned, let me tell you, social distancing, so we implemented right from 15th of March. That
Hmm,
we have implemented in all our hotel, which we will try to continue it.
correct.
Now, as far as rooms division is concerned, I don't think so that it will be have any impact on the rooms. Now, second is the restaurants. What we will do is that when once the lockdown opens up and if the restaurants are allowed to operate, we will probably reduce the covers the
Okay.
restaurant to
Hmm.
maintain the social distancing. Like if a restaurant is having 100 covers, we would like to operate it with only 50 covers. So
Hmm.
that is one thing which we can do in the restaurants, and we can operate the restaurant in that way. As far as the banqueting facilities and the conferencing is concerned, I don't think so. It will be a right proposition to get into banqueting business at least for some time after, even after the lockdown opens up, unless until things comes to normalcy in our country. So that we would like to avoid for the time being, and maybe board meetings or small conferences of 25, 30 people or even 40 people we will be able to manage because we have larger banquet hall. So that kind of business probably will take, but any large business, I think we will try to avoid.
Right. Amit, I was reading another report which was telling me, I mean, that travel, hospitality, both these industries are expected to stare at almost a loss of 5 trillion rupees. Is that something which could be a realistic number that we are looking at? And if yes, what portion of it would come from the hospitality space according to you?
There will be loss. Let me tell you, let me be honest, at least for this financial year, I think we will suffer. We have to
Hmm.
suffer, there is no way out. But in this financial year, our first and primary objective is to break even. If we are able to break even, I think we are done. Our first target is to break even so that our income and expenses are matched. That
Hmm.
will be our first target. And I'm hopeful that we will be able to do that because if the lockdown opens up in India and business resume post October, see, and apart from that, let me tell you, hospitality industry, 60% of the business comes between October to March.
Hmm.
And from April to September, it is only 40%. So maybe out of this 40%, maybe 20-25% business we may lose because first quarter is really washed out. Maybe we may resume business from second quarter, but that will be a little meager business.
Hmm.
But as far as the third and fourth quarter is concerned, I think we will be able to come back to normalcy, barring few conferences, bigger conferences,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
may get which are decided well in advance. Those conferences may get cancelled, and that effect will be there. Apart from that, I don't think so. There will be big that bigger impact, and business may come to normalcy, total normalcy from January on. This is our calculation and prediction, but all these are predictions only. Very
Right.
difficult to exactly say what may happen because we in our lifetime have not seen such kind of scenario. Nobody surviving in today have ever seen this kind of scenario. So
Correct.
telling anything with 100% confidence is very difficult. These are our predictions.
Right. And Amit, to counter this, what's the kind of relief you think that the government should be giving the hospitality industry? What is the industry's ask at the moment?
See, the very first and foremost thing which a government can give,
Hmm.
and it may not affect the government in a big way, is the waiver of the loans, the EMI and the interest payment for at least a year.
Hmm.
I think that will be a big boon to the industry, and industry can survive. So that I think they should give, because if in this scenario if we have to pay the loans and the interest, it will be very difficult to manage that. As far as operational cost is concerned, definitely we will be able to manage it. But loans and EMI payment, that is one thing I would say that government should give a waiver and no account should become NPA. Now the second thing is, the second thing is the tax payment. I think there should be some moratorium on the tax payment also, because that is a big outflow of cash from the system. These two things, if government is able to do it, then I think the industry can survive and fight it out.
Right. So do you think that the GST rates probably at least for large hotels attract almost 12 to 18% based on the room rate charges? Do you think that needs to be probably pruned, say cut short to 5-6%, and there needs to be
No,
something
I
that
will not say 5-6%. I will not say
okay,
that, because
okay,
ultimately we have to think about being a CFO of a company. I am equally responsible for the economy of the country
correct,
as well.
correct.
So I will not say 5-6% it should be reduced. But yes, right now, we are into the 12% bracket as far as rules are concerned. Maybe 2-3% of reduction will definitely help.
Hmm.
Will help the industry, not beyond that. I don't think so. It should go below 9%, because ultimately government also has to achieve. They also have a target and they also have a commitment to the nation. So I think 2 to 3% reduction in the GST will help the industry as a whole.
Right. And any benefits you think that the government could actually give on the consumption, on the consumer side, that could indirectly benefit the sector? So, say, for example, a lot of corporates actually hold their conferences outside the country. So, if these corporates are then incentivized, probably in the form of tax benefits, to hold conferences in the country, say not immediately, but little later on, once banqueting everything starts to operate, do you think those kind of incentives will also help? And if like those, which are the others that could be clubbed in?
Now, let me tell you one thing. Now, at least for a year or so, no conferences is going to go out of India. No corporate will go out of India to do conference. It will be too risky. Okay.
Hmm.
So conferences now will come to India only. So if we are able to reduce this tax rate from 12 to 8 or 9%, we will be in like at par with other neighboring countries. There's no issue. They are also more or less in that tax bracket. So tax will be taken care of, and you don't have the travel expenses to go out of India. You can travel in India and do the conferences. But one thing I would like to tell the government, as I was reading yesterday an article, lot of thousands of companies are now interested in doing their manufacturing activities in India. They want to move out of China and come in. And in fact, 300 companies listed are already in talks with the government. I think government should take a lot of initiative to make sure that this activities are taken back to India. That will directly hit, that will directly affect the hotel hospitality industry in India. If
Hmm.
these companies they start their manufacturing activities in India, definitely the industry will get a big boom as far as the revenues are concerned. So I think government has to take a very front drive seat in getting all these companies move their manufacturing from China to India.
Right. And do you think something on the salaries and the wages front is something that the government can do? Probably provide, uh, if not interest free, but at least financial assistance at a
No,
very low, negligible interest cost.
no, as far as salaries are concerned, let me tell you, Indian government will not be in a position to help directly.
Hmm. Hmm.
Already they have done for 3 months PF, ESI, they have said that they will pay from that side, from their side. But I don't think so. Indian government has that kind of resource to help the private sector also in a salary front. But in the interim period, what government can do is that reduce the tax structure of the individual salaried people. If
Hmm.
they are able to do that, that will help, because definitely now salaries are not going to go up in near future, at least for a year. No, nobody's salary is going to go up. If they are able to reduce little bit on the individual tax front, that will help the cash flow of the individual salaried class. This
Right.
I would like to.
Right. And overall, what's the sense you're picking up on the expansion plans? What you would have planned for FY21? Are you going to put up all of that on hold right now?
See, as a company, Raw Lockheed, we are an asset-light model we are following,
Correct.
and we continue to do that. Okay. After this lockdown, it will be a big challenge for all individual hoteliers to continue their, business. I see an upside to it. Okay.
Hmm.
We will be able to acquire more and more hotels in this period immediately after the lockdown, because all the individual hoteliers will be in a big stress and they would like to help from the expert to
Hmm.
run their business. So I see an upside. We will be able to add a lot of management contracts in this
Okay.
immediately after the lockdown.
Right. And very lastly, Amit, in terms of FY21, I know you said that it will be important for us to only break even, but do you think if there is a revival that starts coming in, say from August, September onwards, we could be in a much better position?
No, I don't think so. From August, September, we'll be in a much better position, but definitely from November onwards, I think we should be back to track, and the last quarter will be a boom quarter.
Okay, so last quarter could be a boom quarter. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, Amit. Pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for joining in. In fact, I will try connecting back with you as well once things actually open up to understand how different it has been between the last 3 months that all of us have actually spent.
Thank you so much. Definitely,
Thank,
it will be my pleasure to connect with you.
thank you, Amit, and
Thank
stay home
you.
and stay safe as well. Thank you.
You too. You too. Thank you.